We're driving. So this is the beginning of part 4 of the Farewell Fiddle, and we're already headed south. There's the mountains we're headed to. Oh, there's the fiddle coming with us. Driving down the road, headed to Tennessee. We're still in Virginia. Taking a little break, stretch our legs. Got a couple hours left to go. There's the rig on the highway, Highway 81. We made it! We made it. The place we'll be calling home for the next few weeks at least, while we start working on the land and make a spot to park this thing up on our new property. This is the view we have to suffer with. And we're up on this hill up here in my buddy's land. We've set up camp. Meet Eleanor. This is Eleanor, and she is letting us share her yard with her for a little while. Hello. Say hi. We also have these characters we're sharing space with. This one here is trouble. You turn around, and you're not paying attention, she'll knock you right over. I got this nice little spot. I like to sit up here and play the fiddle. And from right here I can look over at the camper or survey the neighborhood or look at that gorgeous view. It's beautiful here. Down the road, up on the right is the property. It's elevated above the road a little bit. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge, as you'll see shortly. We're cutting the driveway in right here. And this is something new for me. Tennessee dirt. Clay. Boy, this stuff will hold water like you won't believe. Just trying to walk uphill when it's wet. Trying to walk uphill through a pile of sticky baby poop. And here we got the old backhoe. Now there's 2 knolls on this property, well 3. One on the left, one in the middle. One off on the right, I'll give you a quick peek at. Alright, so we have a knoll on the left. My wife's got her little tent up there. We have a knoll in the center, and then one up here on the right. The girls want to put a horse barn up there. This is where I've been working on the future driveway, getting the loom off the top. Got gravel coming later today. Well, we're partway up. Here's the top of what was the left knoll. And we'll look across a little valley and up the hill. Will I catch my breath? I don't know if you can make out the orange flags, but that's where we're going to stick the house. Coming up through here is probably what worries me the most. Hoping not to flip the backhoe. It's pretty rough on this steep terrain. Here's my stakes. Kim and I staked them out. And if you were sitting on the front porch, it's only halfway up the hill. You'd be looking down at the driveway and picture a couple of horses and nice little curvy driveway. This is a little shout out to Heath Up in Ossivy Heath, this is one of my tinier maples, and it just goes on and on and on. There's a couple here I can't get my arms halfway around, and I think one tree will last me the rest of my life. I gotta get back to work. I'm gonna head down the hill and fire up the hoe and get ready for my gravel delivery. I wanted to say that even though I use the word adventure and we have a lot of smiles and things are exciting, there is a lot of stress. We sold everything, left our home and our families. We left our church family. And the word church, it means different things to different people. I'm not one for religion. And church has always been a building with a steeple on top. And we had a family up there in New Hampshire, a real family that we loved and loved being with. So this has been a stretch. Trusting God, talking to Him, looking for His leading. What should we do next? Asking for help. Most of the time I don't know what to do next. Sometimes I think I have a good idea and then the Lord thinks different. I just want to throw that in there to you. I'm not doing this on my own. My Heavenly Father's watching over me. Not some religion, but the God that made all this. Just beautiful. I just want to say thanks. Well, it has been almost 8 weeks since we sold the homestead, loaded the van, and headed south. And I'm walking up what is just about the actual end of the driveway. I gotta catch you up a little bit. I haven't had time to video or anything. So we're up at the house site now, looking downhill. We're gonna put a house up here. And we've just started removing the topsoil, and we needed chairs to relax. Here's our lower meadow, the driveway coming in, and we're working on a little structure down here. This is going to be a 16 by 20, initially a storage unit, but then it will be our guest home. We still don't have water yet. Got electricity in. Septic design. Driveway. Haven't decided what to do. I may drill my own well. At least give it a shot. I dug a big hole and hit nothing but dirt. So we're here today working on my future storage unit. I'm going to build a Gothic arch, which will be interesting, and I look forward to sharing that. I am going to finish that fiddle. It's going to rain later today, so maybe I can get on it for a little while. I just need a few good days and a workbench. Been hard camping out. So there's the house site and the driveway. But Kim and I are down here on our lower plateau working on our future storage building / guest house. We have it framed. We're using fan fold insulation for the bottom and then flipping that over and putting fiberglass in the bats. Now here's a close-up. This is the floor upside down, and this is our floor joists, and it's just going to sit on these concrete blocks. 16 by 20. I don't know. Well, I got up this morning and this white stuff was falling out of the sky. thought we didn't have this stuff down south. Check this out. We finished the platform yesterday. It's insulated. And then I woke up and panicked. I've got to cover it in plastic so the insulation doesn't get wet. All my buddies up north are gonna laugh at me now. Welcome to Tennessee. We're having a blizzard.
Go.
Welcome to Tiny World. We're inside our little camper on our hill and working on my violin. Farewell to New Hampshire. I'm working on my peg box, and some of you guys have asked about it. I've drilled some holes in here as a depth stop as I carve the peg box. So here's a crazy close-up of the peg box partly done. I've just been working my way down with this small gouge. You can see it's still messy. So now we'll clean it up with a chisel. Here's the completed peg box. Didn't take too long. So now all I got left is to I got to cut the taper on this end for the dovetail joint and then carve my neck. Okay, the peg box done. Mark this out, and I cut the dovetail joint, and I've just been working on carving the neck and the heel here, which is nothing more than just sitting here and whittling away. There are no fancy tools that I'm aware of for this. And the key here is go slow. You don't want to chip out. Probably pretty good. Kind of neat because I'd never seen anybody do this before. I got a little farther on my violin. We have been pretty much trapped in our camper for 2 days due to snow. I finished the neck and I went ahead and cut the dovetail joint and joined the neck to the body. And today, hopefully, I'm going to put strings on her and play her in the white while I make some shellac. Here's a flyover of the violin. Here's the finished neck and scroll and peg box. Saddle's done. The fingerboard is glued on temporarily with just 2 little drops of glue. And I still have some glue cleanup, you can see. And here's my parts I've laid out. I'm going to fit in just a few minutes. Well, we got it all done this morning in the camper. I got the strings on and the pegs. Now this is in the white. Now this is locust wood. A piece given to me by a buddy up north. This is one of the last pieces of spruce I have left from a tree that fell in the backyard. It's a Guarneri pattern. It's had strings on it for 10-15 minutes. And it's chilly out here. I like it so far. I hope you like it too. I'm going to mix up some flakes to put some shellac on this puppy, and then I'll make a little video what she sounds like done and set up correctly. Thanks for putting up with me.